Hello and welcome to the Your Opportunity Partner channel. This is a new channel, and my name is Professor Arthur Gogatz. I'm American from New York City originally, although I've lived and worked and taught all over the world, taught I think now in 24 different countries. And in the channel, joined by Gigi, who is a professor also. She's in Hanoi in Vietnam. And Gigi, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Professor Gogas. Oh, Arthur. Hello everyone. My name is Tu Giang, but you can call me Gigi as my nickname. I'm also a university lecturer in Vietnam, and it's a real pleasure to kick off this very first episode here with you, Arthur.
And one of the reasons we started this channel is we both, but especially me for a long time, I do about half university teaching and half training and corporate consulting. And my students, and I mainly teach graduate classes, my students and my corporate clients, I always have seen they don't take advantage of the opportunities they have. And even when they see the opportunities, whether someone points them out or they finally recognize them, they don't act on them. So there's a
Hmm.
problem in two areas. They don't see the opportunities, and then when they do see them, they don't really act on them. Now,
Yeah.
one of the things we want to do in this channel, which is important, is not just for you say, well, this is your situation, this is your opportunities. We don't want to just point out opportunities to you. We want to train and we want to teach you how to do it for yourself. Because, look, you need to be able to look at and see your own opportunities. You can't rely on somebody else to always say, hey, have you noticed this? So, what we want to do is help you to see and recognize and change and act on your opportunities on your own.
I think so. To get started, to kick off our conversation today, I would like to ask you that. So, from your experience, what is the biggest mistake people make when it comes to opportunity, Author?
I think they basically look for it on their own terms, which
Mm.
sounds a bit selfish and egotistical, but it's basically what they do. They don't really look for it except when they're ready. People say,
Um,
"Oh, well, I mean, even you may meet when you're young, somebody who's fantastic, wonderful." And you say, "No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to settle down. I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to have children." You have to be ready, but you're never ready. And
mhm,
opportunity comes not when you want. That's the main learning point with this. It comes when
mm,
it comes. That may be any day. It may be today. It may be tomorrow. Are you ready? Most
mm,
people say, no, I'm not ready. So that's why they don't really recognize it. And if they do recognize it, that's why they don't act on it. They want it when they want it. But that's not
mm,
what opportunity does. It comes at maybe a time when you least expect it.
mm. Yeah. So it's all about options, right?
That's
Like,
right.
okay, yeah, so we want to choose it or not. So it's up to ourselves.
That's a great,
Yeah.
great word. Options basically are the same as opportunity, but it's a bit different. And
Mm-hmm.
it's actually there's a good exercise story really about options. And
Mm.
what it is they ask you, well, what would you say if you could design your own heaven?
Heaven?
Well, heaven, yeah. Well, heaven is something that exists pretty much in all of the great world religions. It's
Mm.
after you die, you either get rewarded, which means you
Mm.
go to heaven, or you get punished and you go down. But let's say you could design your own heaven. What would it be? Now, that's no one knows what heaven is, yet it's something that you should be able to do. It should be very pleasurable, it should be wonderful, but forever. Because the idea in heaven is it's eternal. So, what can you do that would be pleasurable forever? Well, when you
Mm,
start to think about it, anything that we have that's great can be painful if we have to do them over and over and over forever. So, what really would heaven be if you could design it?
mm,
Well, the answer, there's only one word. Basic one, it is change, flexibility, diversity, options. You don't want
mm.
to do the same again and again and again. Example, you go to a great restaurant. Okay, fine. Now imagine you had to go there every day, all the time. That's all you ate, nothing else, no other option, no other possibility. So this, when you think about it, Gigi, there's two big learning points here.
Mm,
One, that's what we have here. We have heaven here, and yet we don't realize it. Why? Because what we have here is diversity, it's differences. We have, we can do whatever we want. Tomorrow you can do something different. Today we can do many, many different things. If you want, you can do something totally different. We don't take advantage of what we already have here. We have
yeah.
options, we don't use them. We
Mm,
can go someplace, we cannot. It's up for us to decide. That
mm,
is heaven. Hmm. And that's really great. So it basically, the little story says, okay, don't wait till after you die to think it's going to be great. You can have it here. But it
mm.
also says, you as an individual or as a company, because companies are people, are not taking advantage of the options you do have.
Yeah, that's right. As you just say that in fact we have unlimited options and opportunities, but however, we always not really don't make use all of them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what's gonna be the second biggest mistake that people make with opportunities from your point of view?
Well, I would say, because that's another good question, that it is we only look for opportunity when everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
And this brings us to really theory of change and change management, which
Mm-mm.
is the best time to change is when everything goes right, when everything
Yeah.
is okay.
Yeah.
Best time to change is before you have to. And this is an important point in terms of opportunity because often what you've got is okay. Okay, well, here's your opportunity. Yeah, but you say, and the opportunity will be better. But you say,
Okay.
no, I don't want that because what I have is okay. Take that away. And then you say, oh, okay, now I'm looking for the opportunity, which means best time to get a new job is when you already have one. Most people don't. They wait to lose the job before they look for a new one. And this is what they do. There are always options. We don't take them. Why? Because what we have is okay. May not be good, may not be great, but it's okay. I'll stay with that. This is what one of the second biggest problem. The two biggest problems, if you go back and look at it, is we want it when we want it, and we only want it when we have a problem.
Yeah.
That misses most of the opportunities.
Yeah, you're right. I think the best time to change is before you have to, but we don't. So we usually like wait until we have no other choice and say that, oh, I don't have an opportunity, I don't have change, right?
That's right. I
Mm.
mean, what I tell an MBA class sometimes, okay, the best time to get a new job is when you already have one, or at least look for it.
Mm.
They sort of laugh, but that's true. I said the best time to get a new boyfriend or girlfriend is when you have one. They go, oh my God, no. But I mean, you should always be looking to improve.
Yes.
You should always be saying, I have to learn something today. I have to improve today. Are you the
Mm.
same person as you were yesterday? The answer for most people is yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe even I'm worse. Why? Because I'm older and stupider or whatever. But you always have to say, how can I make something better? And this goes back to the work that I do, because one of the subjects that I teach and do research on, 3 books on, is creativity and innovation. And the hallmark of the creative person is, okay, this is what's going on. How do we make it better? Ah,
Mm.
this is what we have. How do we make it better? They always are looking to improve. And that is something, this is part of what we call the opportunity mindset. It is, what can I do to make this better? And that's
Yeah.
really, really the most important thing in this whole idea of opportunity and opportunity mindset. And that's why
Mm.
we're here for the channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I really like from my side, I really like the word change. Uh, because yeah, I would like to share with you stories like when I started my MBA classes. I mean, our classes has around 50 students,
Mhm.
and we came to the classes with different reasons and with different hopes. However, my teachers say like one common reason for everyone, for all the 50 students in my class that led us to join the MBA was because of we need a change. I mean, like we need something new, we need something change for our life. And I think the word change is true to everyone, to all of us in my classes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really true. And what also happens though, you say you like change, that's wonderful, because most people say they do, but they really don't. I mean, I know my classes. I always say to my classes, why are you sitting in the same place you sat last week? And why are
Mm,
you sitting next to the same person that you sat next to last week? Why don't you change? Oh,
mm,
well, because my this place is okay, and this is my friend, so I want to sit next to them. And I say,
mm,
well, why don't you sit next to somebody else and make a new friend? And
mhm,
because I don't need a new friend. So it goes back to what we just said, which is, yes, do you like change? Yes, yes, yes. Do you want to change? No. Do you
mm.
want to meet new people? No. Do you want?
Oh.
No. And even though you say, well, it's good for you, I mean, you go to a class, you sit in an MBA class, you're there to learn, you're there to learn new things, but
Mm,
yet you have the same mindset. You guys sit in the same place. You sit next to the same people, which means that's security. You want change, but you drag security along with you. And that doesn't make that much sense.
mm,
So it's this this channel is involved with opportunity, but opportunity always brings change. We have to get you to realize change is good. It's improvement. It's going to be better tomorrow than you were today. You can't make the world better tomorrow. Maybe it'll rain tomorrow. Maybe it'll snow tomorrow. Maybe it'll be, but you have to make yourself better. And that is what we're really doing here. And that's what we're going to be doing in the sessions to come, getting into the opportunity mindset, what it takes. What are you doing now, which is preventing you from seeing your opportunities and acting on your options?
interesting. And I think yeah, from my side, I think one of the best things when we talk about opportunity or change is that we want our audience to come in, get out of our comfort zone and to do something new. Yeah, it's something interesting for our life, not and for our work as well.
Yeah. So in the next session, we're going to get into what really stops us from seeing the opportunities, from recognizing them, because often they're not that apparent. We don't make the connections between this and that. And really recognizing your opportunity says, well, that and this are connected. Most people say they're not. Yes, they are. And then how does that become an opportunity? So a lot of it is going to be looking at things from different ways. That is what we're going to be concentrating on. And we're going to hopefully get you to see just the few things that you need to do because it's not difficult. You can learn to be opportunity oriented. You can learn to take advantage of the options you do have. That's what we're trying to do, and that's why we started this channel. And hopefully we'll see you next time. And hopefully in the time between, you will have gone up a little bit, learned something a little bit, change a little bit, and look to see what more opportunities you do have.